Oh, there we go. Right there. Right there. Perfect size. There we go, boys. Alright boys, so today we're going to be trying to catch a new fish for our 300-gallon exotic pond. So this was a fish that I wasn't even really talking about getting for it because I was just going to have a peacock bass in there. And now I've decided that I want to put a largemouth bass in there and also have a peacock bass in there as well. So of course right now we just have 3 fish in there. We've got the Florida gar, the tiger Oscar, and the little pleco. And they're all doing really good. The Oscar and the gar, they're trained. They come right with me or whenever I walk up to the pond. And the pond's back crystal clear. It's looking great and it's ready for some more fish. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to go down there to my pond and we're going to try to catch us a little largie, about 6 to 10 inches. I want to get him to be about the same size as the peacock bass whenever I do get the peacock. And we're going to have ourselves a largemouth bass and a peacock bass in the 300-gallon exotic pond. I think it's going to be really cool, and it shouldn't take us long at all to catch this bass. There's a lot of them around that little size range hanging out near the pier mixed in with all the other big bluegill, and it shouldn't take that long. And it also shouldn't take that long to get him really trained to me as well. I've had largemouth bass in the past before, kept them as pets, and they don't take that long to train. So I've already got the bucket with the aerator going, so we are ready to go, and I'm also tied up with a little bitty spoon. Now this is not a bait that I would normally throw in a pond just because it's not something that you would really throw in a pond, but these little bass, they're really attracted to anything flashy and fast moving, and literally anything that hits the water, these bass, they're so aggressive, they just go and hit it right off. So I already walked down here a few minutes ago when I was getting everything ready, and I already spotted a couple of them just hanging out right up underneath the pier down here. And guys, I honestly think this is going to be first cast. First cast, I think we're going to get one about the size that we're looking for. Now when the sun comes back out, you'll be able to see down in the pond, you can see all of the bluegill down there and probably spot a couple of bass. But I'm going to go ahead and throw out there. I'm not even going to put the GoPro on. I literally think this is going to be within the first or second cast, maybe the third cast, and I think we're going to get the bass that we're looking for. Now, it is a little bit windy out here and I can't really see in the water right now because it's a little bit cloudy as well. I'm just going to go and throw it right on out there. And here we go. Let's see if we can get one on the first cast. Nope, not one there. Alright, second cast. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm proving myself wrong. No. Come on. Boys, where are they at? This makes no sense. There we go, boys. Let's go. He hit it right at the bank. Look at that beauty. That is like perfect size. A little bit bigger than what I was hoping for. But I'm going to hold this guy for a few minutes and see if we can't catch a little bit smaller one. So I wasn't able to get a smaller bass, but the one that we did catch isn't too big and he isn't too small. He's right there in that size range. And of course, if he becomes too aggressive in the pond, I can just bring him right back down here and release him back out here. So with that being said, let's go and take that guy up there and let him start acclimating. All right, buddy, I'm going to set him right there. And check it out, the Oscar and the gar. They're already up here begging for some dang food, and I don't think this guy will become too aggressive towards the Oscar, and hopefully not the peacock bass that we had in here. But like I said, if he does, then I can just, you know, take him right back down in there and put him into the pond. So I'm going to put one end of this tubing into the pond like the Oscar, trying to get it, and then make a little flow of water into the bucket so that way he can slowly acclimate to the temperature of the pond. Quick little update on the guppy pond. So you can see I added a few little plants of this water lettuce, and this stuff gets bigger than this, and it also spreads really fast as well. So that'll be interesting to have that in here and just see how fast it really spreads in the pond. And by the way, the banana plant, it is really doing its job now. Look at all the lily pads that it's shooting up, looking really good. All the guppies in here are looking great as well, and they're just breeding like crazy. So before we put the bass in the pond, I've got some unthawed shrimp, and we're gonna feed the gar and the Oscar really fast. This one's gonna go to the Oscar. Watch this. Watch how fast he gets this. Watch. Look at that. Got it. It's a bad glare, but check that guy out. All right, we'll give him another good chunk. Actually, we're gonna give him a whole shrimp right here. This is actually a little bitty shrimp, but he can eat the whole entire thing. Watch this. Here we go. Look at him. Got it. Crazy. All right, now the gar's coming over here. Oh. Got it. Look at that. Oh, the Oscar picked it off. I thought the gar was gonna get it. Oh, look at him. Got it. Check that guy out. That is one beautiful gar. This is a Florida spotted gar, for those of you who don't know, and he is just a beautiful fish. You know, a lot of gar are just plain looking from the top. A lot of them don't have all those little markings and spots on them. But that is just one cool looking little fish right there. This guy won't get nowhere near as big as the, you know, the really big alligator gar, but he will get bigger than this. So our bass has been acclimated for the past 15 minutes now, and I think he's now ready to go into the pond. Alright boys, we got him right here. Here we go. Into the pond. There's the gar right there. You can see where we actually hooked him right there on the side of his mouth. That'll heal right back up here pretty soon. But there he is. He's ready to go to. The pond's a nice cool temperature, a lot of oxygen, and he is off. Look at that. This guy is going to be the new predator in the pond. You know, a lot of people, when they want to get a pet bass, they want to get a really, really big bass. And that's cool and all, and I really like big fish, but I also like to watch fish grow. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this bass this size. It wasn't only because I didn't want him to, you know, run the pond and be aggressive towards every single fish that we're going to put in here, but also because I wanted to be able to watch him grow as well. And like I said earlier, I don't think it's going to take us that long to really get him used to me walking up to the pond. So we'll see. Of course, just like I did with the Oscar, I have to do a lot of, you know, off-camera kind of training with him, you know, walking up to the pond, feeding him. And once he learns that I'm not a threat to him, and that he learns that this dark, shadowy figure that's walking up over him every single day is giving him food and is not a threat to him, then he'll start coming up to us just like the gar and the Oscar do. So it's just all about trust. That's all it is. But there he is right down there kind of hanging out in the current. Like I said, this water is a nice cool temperature, right around 68, 70 degrees. Just how he likes it. And there's plenty of oxygen in this pond for him. And he kind of freaked the Oscar out. Look at that. The Oscar's hanging down there up underneath a piece of driftwood, and there's the gar right over there on the bottom as well. Well, he's all fattened up. That's what gar will do. Once they get really fattened up, they'll go and hang out on the bottom like that. But anyways, for now, I'm going to go ahead and let this guy settle into the pond and all that, calm down, and just kind of check everything out. But yeah, that is going to pretty much do it for now. Like I said, it wasn't really a fish that I was planning on adding into that pond, but I was just like, hey, it'd be really cool to have a largemouth bass in that pond and a peacock bass as well. So the next fish that I'm going to add in that pond will be a peacock bass, and then eventually, whenever I come across a good sized marble or catfish, of course I'll get that as well. Also, if you guys haven't checked out last video, go check it out. We added a new little bitty reef fish to the saltwater tank, kind of completed that tank as far as fish, and he's just a cool, really active, colorful fish. So go check out that video if you guys haven't already. But anyways, you guys, with that being said, I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Peace.